Hello, everybody. How you doing? It's Damon yet again. This time it's on the list, but a movie review that I just to do a review of a movie that I just saw this week, and it was Spider-Man: Brand New Day. How do I feel about it? First off, I went to see it not on its premiere, but the day after its premiere because it's on Fridays. It's way too packed, and Thursdays before it as well. So I decided to go see it on Saturday, and it's true. I see more people there than any movie that I've seen in a long time, and I'm laughing now that I see that's already did $1 billion, like in not even a week that's gone out. And not only is it impressive, it's good. So anybody who said there was superhero fatigue really is gonna get their head up their ass and realize, you know what? It's not superhero fatigue. It's middling to boring superhero movie fatigue. Or about if you're gonna do a superhero movie, first, A, make it good, and two, make it about characters we care about, not just about side characters. But James Gunn's unlearning his lesson now because I think he's gonna do uh gonna continue doing shows about characters that basically barely people care about. And I'm thinking if you're gonna do that, then you should just hire other people to take care of the big characters. And since he's the head of DC, can take care of this small time character. So it's like it's not too much, not too much handling. So why not? But I really like this movie because Spider-Man first is basically like it's like several years after No Way Home, and basically after that. Based that spell to make everybody forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. And you see Spider-Man several years later. He's no longer Peter Parker. He kind of forgot about this part of his life. He's just Spider-Man. He's involved fully into his job. Uh, if it's not his job, if he's not doing his job, he's obsessing about what other tools can prepare to better do his job. It's basically going to be like Batman. You know, he became Batman without being Batman. And you see it with a band that's called Damage Control. I'm just thinking, is Belly involved? Is Io Sky there? Is Dakota Sky there? No, but they well knew by the name that they're the bad guys. They're the secret bad guys. And I enjoyed the flick. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed Tom Holland's performance in this, and honestly, I was surprised his better performance is in Spider-Man: Brand New Day. He was the weakest part in terms of his performance, Tom, in the Odyssey. Even then, it wasn't distracting. Just like it's Tom Holland being the same one. Zendaya, I felt like people saying that she can't emote. In this movie, I thought she really emoted well. She was really, really good. I don't know the name of the character that's net lead, but I felt like he can be stupid despite his great intellect, but there's such something about him being so goofy and so bubbly that in some ways, like, man, he's every time you see him on the screen, it's like, I want to see more. I want to see more scene with this character. John Bertal is the Punisher. He knows how to be broody. And he didn't show up in this movie being super cartoony or like a PG what adult version of him. It felt like the same version, but he doesn't do what Punisher does completely. He doesn't do it as violently, and he doesn't curse as much. But all in all, I just find it funny that Zendaya, Tom Holland, and John Bernal were both in the two big movies of the summer, released like 2, 3 weeks apart. It makes me laugh. And makes me laugh that John Berntal's character was helping Timacius Tom Holland's character to shoot arrows in the Odyssey, and now he's helping him in terms and sometimes be antagonistic toward him in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Sadie Sink as spoiler, but probably it's not spoilers because it's like you probably already seen it, as Jean Grey was pretty fun. I expected her to be Jean Grey. Huh. I wasn't disappointed, but sometimes the movie tried to make her seem so sympathetic, but she did some horrible super villain stuff for to prove her point when she didn't have to. Like she would do like the movie Fallen. I think it was Jeremy Johns who mentioned that, but it's true. Like the Fallen movie in 1996 with Denzel Washington, John Goodman, Elias Koteas. There was a bit of that in the movie. It's like they basically tried to absolve Jean Grey of that responsibility, but there's a lot of problematic stuff that she did. You know, I don't know, and though her character did not deserve to be treated like the way that the main bad guy did treat her there. Uh, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the action and humor, which I felt like finally, a superhero movie gets it. Let things breathe. There were humor in the movie. Don't worry. There's still some humorous scenes or times where sometimes the tensions taken down a bit due to humor, but I felt like it was well placed compared to many superhero movies today, especially the Gunn movies, the DC James Gunn movie, or their Marvel movies that sometimes can happen that are not Deadpool and Wolverine. This one wasn't. It felt like sometimes a lot of moments were fine. Yelena was fine, but it felt like they tried the movie to make Florence Pugh is very beautiful, but it's like they make this movie trying to say that Yelena is, after all the scenes, like she became like Anna from Tekken. Like she's basically trying to be more sultry than it used to be. It's like kind of felt like it's different. Like it's not the same tone of the character. I'm not trying to see she should be broody like she used to, but it's like a little bit more cheerful, but not that broody. What else? The Hulk is there, and again, the Hulk cannot catch a break. The real story of the MCU, the real story arc, Hulk can never catch a break. I mean, he loses his girlfriend basically in the Incredible Hulk, changed actor. Losing a girlfriend, he was trying to be with the Black Widow, doesn't happen. Reveals always angry. Okay. Uh, Avengers, Infinity War basically gets the ego stuffed out of him when Thanos destroys the Hulk and cannot come back for the rest of the movie. Then the next one, they solve off screen, becomes, the Incredible Hulk becomes the Intelligent Hulk. Then he goes to She-Hulk. Oh yeah, let's not forget the Thor Ragnarok when he fell to the planet. And it's like, again, he's forced to another planet. Where he's forced against his will to his monster ego taking precedence over his actual human state and force him to go into basically gladiator combat. And so if he goes to another planet, then he meets a cousin who, due to an accident, they switch blood, they mix blood, whatever. And her cousin seems to handle her transformation just fine, but he has trouble basically managing it. Here's a reference. I think the Hulk sometimes is like the Bret Hart of WCW, how they mishandle him. Let's just say that. And this movie, I felt they didn't mishandle him as just it's like, hey, he's there. And it's like, okay, he's gonna get better, he's gonna get better. And something happens. That's how it felt to me. Like, and something happened, and he's back to this. It's like the good ending, the basic good prospect he has for his future, taken away yet again. Like they took away his girlfriend. They took away basically his girlfriend two occasions. They took away his sanity, took away his ego, took away his identity into a Ragnarok to basically become a gladiator on a planet. In this case, they took his pride in terms of his cousin pride, and they took away his job and basically future in another university. It's like great going, guys. Can the Hulk lose even more? But yeah, I like the fights. The fight choreography was great. I like the special, basically the torpedo web shooter from Spider-Man the movie. I like how it goes. I'm gonna give you more spoiler details. You gotta see the movie. Uh, there's some moments that really felt heartwarming, like even with Punisher and Spider-Man together, and it shows like like the Punisher could still work in a movie, like actual theatrical movie, not a Disney Plus movie. Why not? It could work. Gotta do the same thing with Daredevil. I just think with superhero movies, especially with Marvel backing it, or even DC, you should basically minimize the amount of shows you got and make it more in terms of movies. Because then it's the less is more. Yeah, people can basically like say, hey, you could have this character from that time and have a limited series, not a series with plenty seasons, limited series, and that's fine. But not every time. Make people want to miss the product. Not the point of, hey, you know what? I can't wait to not watch it. But overall, I really have a good time in this movie. I didn't love it as much as Project Hail Mary, who was The Odyssey, which is a 9.5 out of 10 for me for both movies, but this is like an 8.5 out of 10. I'm not sure if it's in my top five, but it's definitely my top 10 of this movie this year, and I recommend that you should go see it. I think it might be my second favorite Spider-Man movie, Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, and maybe my turf best Spider-Man movie, period. That's how I feel to me, even though there's a lot of similarity between this and Spider-Man 2, which is my favorite Spider-Man movie. But let me know what you think in comments down below. Catch you guys later. Peace.